friend. It's always great seeing you, and especially around this time of the year. First, I got to ask you, how are you enjoying the spring weather so far?
Oh my goodness, I have been waiting for this weather for too long. It's been rainy, it's been cold, and now look outside. It is glorious. No better time than to come and enjoy a little bit of singing outside and inside at some fantastic shows upcoming on the Sing Festival.
Absolutely. First, for folks who don't know anything about Sing, the Toronto International Music Festival, what is it exactly, and what is the organization too?
That's a great question. So Sing, the Toronto International Vocal Arts Festival, is all about giving voice to the voice. We say that over and over again, but it is true. It is an a cappella festival. You'll not hear a single instrument over the course of the entire festival, and yet the music will flow. It is all about recognizing the amazing sound we can make together when we sing together. And the a cappella art form has a rich tradition all over the world. We've got some examples of that coming up, and we're bringing it together in Toronto to give these voices a stage and to inspire the next generation of vocal artists to create amazing all vocal music.
How long has the festival been going on for?
So I think this was a 12th, 13th year, something like that. It's been a
Something
long
like that.
time. I keep forgetting. It's been forever for me. I started the festival back in the early 2010s, along with a wonderful group of folks. And so it's been a it's been a heck of many seasons together making all vocal music.
So, if we were to use this as an example for folks, there have been television shows and movies that celebrated this type of genre.
That's right. If you've seen Pitch Perfect or The Sing Off or Vocal Play or any number of competition shows, there's a huge amount of presence on media for a cappella, or you've heard of riff offs, you've heard of people throwing down with vocals and beatbox, all times of places, all times of day. It's a fantastic art form that's made its way around the world. So once again, if you know Pitch Perfect, you'll love this. If you know The Sing Off, you'll love this. And in particular, if you like the idea of choral music, we have a lot of really great choral people coming to
Yeah.
the festival. Choral, so if you've seen a choir, if you sang in a choir when you were younger, this would be a great reminder of some fantastic times together. And it'll be all happening at the Singing Festival in Toronto in only a small number of days. My goodness, it's almost here.
It definitely is. And I'm glad you brought something up before we get to the festival itself. Because people might just think of, group of folks who are just like la 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 la. You kind of broke it down. There are actually different concepts when it comes to acapella, like you threw in the hip hop and the
Oh
beatboxing and
yeah.
stuff.
Well, we even have a beatbox focused event happening at the festival, which is fantastic. So it is there's all sorts of different styles. You might have heard of barbershop or choral. You might have heard of contemporary a cappella or world music, world vocal music. You might have heard of beatboxing. You might have heard of all these things. They all kind of mean the same things to us, which is music without instruments, vocals only, or vocals in the human body only. And that's I mean, it once again, I love the way it sounds. We should even have a night at the barber shop if you if you want to come see it on May 31st, which is celebrating one of those specific styles. And so each one of these is going to give you a little bit of a taste into one aspect of what the voice can do. And together, that is our Sing Festival.
Okay, we've already slid into this, so let's get into it. When does it begin, and what's going to be happening? Who are some of the big acts that are going to be coming here, and who are some of the Canadians that we're going to be celebrating too?
Oh, wonderful. Well, let's talk a little bit about when is it happening. So you'll find our very first event on May 29th. So you can get started on May 29th with everything happening at the festival. We are bringing together global voices, women in a cappella, and at the concert hall. And of course, we also have a wonderful show all about the musical, celebrating the musical theater genre. Once again, May 29th at the concert hall, celebrating that and how a cappella has made its way into things. Actually, I don't know if you knew this, but there was even an all a cappella music at Broadway for many years. So that's a really fun thing to look at. Next is we are taking a look at some of our amazing headliners. We have Mezzotono, and you gotta take a look at these cats. They're unbelievable. Mezzotono is a really amazing the Italian group, I believe, that are coming out
Mm.
all the way to Toronto to perform a fantastic, fantastic style of music. It's once again more on the classical style of music, but it's got little edges to it. You'll find a really good sound if that's something you enjoy. We also have, as I mentioned, on May 31st, a night at the barbershop, which is featuring some amazing barbershop groups. I would recommend coming and taking a look at a night at the barbershop. And if you love hearing barbershop music, you'll see some of the best here in Toronto. We've also got one of our big headliners, Naturally Seven. They
Of
specialize
course.
on June 1st. They specialize in an art form they call vocal play, which is all about trying to get as close to the instrument that they're trying to mimic as possible. And what you hear is kind of it's almost an illusion. It's a mirage of a band made only with voices. And they come from the school of hip hop and R&B, and they are unbelievably talented. And I got to tell you, I've seen them get their whole crowd to the feet over and over again. And I remember watching them with a bunch of people who were coming in for an older community, people in their 50s, 60s, 70s, even more, coming to watch them. And by the end, they had everybody who could on their feet, jumping and dancing around like they were 20 years younger. I thought, my goodness, what an unbelievable talent. And then we also have some really really cool artists. If you haven't heard of the Kinsey Six, they call themselves Dragapella. They are four drag queens singing really funny parody music, all in a cappella style. And we have them on June 2nd. It's a drag queen story time gone wild. I mean, geez, if you've been hearing the news about all that, these four folks are pushing back and making some unbelievable music.
We
And
need
then
this.
yeah, we need this. And particularly, we're putting it on here in Canada, where it is currently still legal to do so.
Yes.
Hopefully, it'll be legal much more places, because this is an unbelievable art form. And of course, I get a chance to perform a little bit with my group on June 2nd, Countermeasure at the concert hall. So hearing a little bit of fantastic stuff. And then, on June 3rd, I gotta say, when we take a look at the variety of styles, let's talk about beatbox, because we have some of the best beatboxers in the world coming together for a celebration and concert called All from the Mouth on June 3rd at 918 Bathurst, for this workshops and concert. If you've ever wondered how to make drum sounds with your own mouth, here you can both learn and then watch some of the world's best really bring the house down together. As well as if that's not your jam, we also have a mass choir event featuring one of our favorite Toronto-based artists, Retrocity, on June 3rd, also at the concert hall, starting at 1 o'clock. So you can take workshops, you can learn to sing something together, and then we can have a mass choir concert with everyone who loves to sing coming together and lending their voice to a larger thing. So and then of course, all throughout, we've got things like free concerts at Trillium Park. So if you want to come see people at the Trillium Park near Ontario Place, it was part of Ontario Place, actually. It's a fantastic way to see more local groups who are coming in to showcase what they have at a free outdoor stage, easy, no tickets, just come and see what's going on. And it's a really great event happening all day on June 3rd and June 4th at Trillium Park on Lakeshore Boulevard West. Lots of things
Amazing.
going on, my goodness. And of course, throughout
Yes.
the whole thing, there's lots of workshops. And I mean, once I'm giving just a pale preview of the fantastic events happening, which you can find out more at singtoronto.com. So if you want to see them all, please go to singtoronto.com. That's where you can buy tickets. That's where you can find out more information about events, where you can find out more information about artists. And oh my goodness, it is a great hub, not only for this festival, but we run events all year round as part of the Sing brand, as part of our commitment to the voice and to Canadian music. And so you can find all the things we do for this festival throughout the summer, throughout the year, all at singtoronto.com.
That's the high note to end this. I love it. My friend, thank you so much for the interview. Looking forward to your performance and all the
Thank
other
you.
performances that are going on. And yes, and people should realize too, we're not just talking about the festival happening at this point in time, but we're talking about throughout the summer, throughout fall, winter. We're talking
Mhm.
throughout the year. It's going to be a great year for music. Again, thank you so much for the interview and cannot wait to see you at the festival.
See you at the festival. Have a great one.